2. We're live, boys. Welcome back.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is cjitsallgewd. You can now put a face to the name of the lovely voice you heard in the previous run, Verdant Win. I never got my answer to the question, what is Verdant and how did it get airborne, because Quo didn't know, but luckily Quo is here with me as my commentator.
Is a color. We went over this.
Nah, you inflicted upon me some French, and I was inundated and it didn't happen. We are playing Mario Kart Double Dash, which is the Mario Kart game for the Game Boy Color. We're going to be doing the All Cup Tour, which we will explain in a minute. What is the GameCube? Yeah.
Okay, you said Game Boy Color.
Did I?
Oh, Game Boy Color. Nice.
Listen, my brain's over there in the next room. Actually, I pointed to the window. And also with us, we have Lurk, who is going to be our host and hosts with the most. Be letting us know what's ripping. And Two Worlds, because Two Worlds is being a chatty Cathy, and I like Two Worlds a lot. So there you go.
Yo, my bad. I'll shut up now.
No, man, you good. All right.
Do you have an update on what double dashers you're going to be playing?
Wunderbar. Who we got?
So we had a last minute donation with the comment, "Gotta make it harder for Bowser Jr." at $10.01. So where this puts us is Diddy Kong is in the lead with $32. Bowser Jr. is in second with $10.01. And then Paracoopa and Toadette are tied at $10. And then Baby Luigi got $5.
Okay, so who am I playing as?
And as Diddy Kong and Bowser Jr.
Okay, let me get those going. Diddy Kong and Bowser Jr. Good looking. I practiced these boys. Give me 1 second. I'm being told I need to raise the roof. We need to raise the audio, which we're going to do.
Alright, question from chat. Is this run going to be bananas? Yes, it will be bananas.
Oh, yeah, Will.
Okay. How's that? Can you guys hear them now? Is that better? There. That would require you guys to do a little chit-chatting.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
I am ready. I don't know if you guys are ready. We're
You
gonna
guys
have
know
some
that today's
all-
donut day?
Oh.
See, I was gonna go get a donut, but Tim's is far.
CJ, it's a donut is a great emote.
I have that one. I do.
Okay.
Yo, happy Donut Day, everyone.
Am I a donut? No, I'm not a donut, unfortunately.
That's a shame. May the donut be with you.
I went to the Donkey this morning and they gave me a free donut.
Damn.
They were like, "Do you want a free donut?" I was like, "Yeah, dude."
Why would you ever say no to that? You made the right choice.
Well, shit. Maybe if you go to a Dunkin' Donuts, you'll get one if you have one near you. If you're in the United States. Well, shit. Maybe if you go to a Dunkin'.
Tim's also has the free donut thing. Or so I'm told. So, you know. I'm still not leaving the house, though.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. We are just sorting through... We're just sorting through some last-minute issues. I apologize. They're on my end, and we'll get this show on the road. Alright, hopefully that takes care of that. Okay, let's get started. I will give a quick countdown. Time is going to start in 3. Let me get on the right cup first. That'd be 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Let's go.
So we're doing All Cup Tour, and All Cup Tour is unique in that we are going to do every cup. It is one tour, so all 16 races are in this one cup, which is cool from a menuing standpoint, right? No menuing errors to be had here today. Unfortunately, all of these cups are going to be in a random order, except for the first one, which is Luigi Circuit. The first Bowser shell is now off the board. And the last one, which is Rainbow Road. And Quo, maybe you want to talk about what makes this game mode such a unique personal hell.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, with the randomized order, you sort of got to be on your toes for what's going to come next. The community around this game actually developed their own timer. That was extremely lucky.
That was amazingly lucky.
They have their own timer just because, for splits, you can't have a randomized order sort of thing, which is pretty neat. But other than that, other than the randomness, this game is very technical, which from a time trials perspective, it's, top 3 Mario Kart games easily. There are only like 9 of them, so it's not, super good game anyways, especially like from a technical standpoint. If you like technical kart games, awesome game. The Grand Prix mode really sucks with items. It drains your soul from your body. It is a rough time. We're gonna see blue shells, we're gonna see thunders, we're gonna see a lot of things just scattered across the map, especially after a thunder. Everyone just drops their items and they stay on the map forever sort of thing. And it's a rough time all around. First course, pretty decent. We did dodge the thunder with that very lucky star.
That was almost a gold for me, which is crazy.
You can gold a lot of splits if you don't get hit by thunders or blue shells.
Yeah.
No.
Like, you can be much better than your time in this game, definitely, because items just kind of ruin your day.
Yeah.
We use the barrel train. The barrel train is the best for our purposes. I hit myself with the shell, okay, got bodied. I got hit by the star, okay, get bodied. And now we're going to see another unique aspect of this game, which makes it at least a little more bearable. The fact that the rubber banding is so broken that we're going to make it basically all the way back to first by just mini-turboing.
Excellent segue. So speaking of mini-turbos, that's going to be basically our main form of getting speed, and that's actually one of the reasons why we have the barrel trains for the mini-turbos, among other things anyways. Which, to further extend, is why we have baby characters. So the characters we selected were the tiny characters that can have access to the barrel train, which is what the whole poll was for. But anyways, barrel train, very fast, very good. Back in the day, they also had a second cart, which off the top of my head, I can't remember what it was, but it was useful for especially bumpy tracks. But now basically just everyone uses the barrel train all the time. Barrel train is good. Back to mini turbos though. So you'll see CJ mini turboing all the time. That brings you up to your top speed. It brings you up to the speed that a mushroom or a star would, which is really nice. And really high level players, they can just string mini turbos together like all the time. And it makes it very fast. It's pretty neat.
Yeah. There's also more advanced tech that I don't do. There's like a tech, and other things of that ilk. But, we're just going to get a decent time without doing any of that, and we're going to call it a day. Most people for this game, if they see you playing All Cup Tour, they are a very caring community. They care for your well-being. They'll be like, why are you playing All Cup Tour? Please do time trials instead. And, because they care about your well-being, and they don't want you to be hurting in this very visible way. That would have been a goal, by the way, if I didn't hit myself with my own shell.
I'd end up in 8th place. But it's okay, we're still in first.
We are still in first. DK Mountain. DK Mountain has like one cool skip in it, which can go wrong. You can get bodied by everybody if you don't get enough separation. The separation aspect is more important on this first one, but we'll do a little crowd control there. Throw the shield behind us, ruin the order.
I don't know if you're looking at the map, but there were like 4 lads that spun out.
The DJ Fatso says, to be fair, you were doing all of the time trials at once. And this is true, except time trials does not have items. So the items, like Mario Kart 8, you can turn the items off, which makes it such a more lovely experience. I messed up the setup. I'm gonna get bodied. Still made it.
So it's still probably faster than driving around.
It is faster than driving around here. You know what's not faster, though? Getting hit by 3 red shells. Glad I didn't say 2 like a fool. Ooh, rejected from the tube.
So one of the, what's the word I'm looking for? Caveats of this course especially. It's very bumpy and you end up in the air a lot. Generally, you don't want to be in the air. Unless you got hit by lightning, sometimes it's faster to be in the air, but generally you don't want to be in the air. So all these bumps are very counterproductive to our goal of staying on the ground. And you also see that that idea later when, you know, sometimes there might be a ramp with a boost on it, and we won't use the boost because just driving around is faster than being in the air.
Yes.
So, as much as possible, we're going to try to stay on the ground. And there's actually some tech around that to either get to the ground faster or stay in the air less long. Another great, you know, thunder dodge.
That's 2 thunder dodges.
You're not going to stay this lucky forever.
I
guess this is like your equivalent of me just like landing 30% crits off of a win.
This is that. Ooh. See, if I didn't catch air there, that was actually a really good example to show off another piece of tech that we do called blue shell dodge. Red shell tracking in this game is really bad. Sometimes the red shells will just legitimately give up on you and lose track.
Yeah, and the blue shells sort of do the same. They'll get to a certain point and then home in on you. So if you either have a mini turbo set up and you can like boost into a turn or something like that, you can actually dodge blue shells. Not always possible, but essentially somewhat possible most of the time. So hopefully we save you. It's pretty neat. And definitely, I don't think there are many Mario Kart games where you can dodge blue shells without items like this one. So it's pretty cool.
When we do one, because we'll probably have one that we can set up and show off, we'll dissect it a little further, but it's sort of a visual thing. In essence, blue shells do this thing where they hone on to first place, but then once they get to you, they kind of do this animation where they like whirl around in the back, and then they lock on you, and then once they start coming for you, their trajectory is locked. So that means that if you're able to change your trajectory, the blue shell's no longer honing on to you because you're in first, it's honing on to you being in a certain line. So if you time it right, you can essentially put yourself in a position where you can mini turbo out of the line of sight of where the blue shell expects that you're going, and then the blue shell just won't hit anything. It's also unique to how the blue shells work because they make this like big like explosion in this one. Those ground mushrooms are insanely lucky.
Fuck blue shells. All my homies hate blue shells.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why Mario Kart 8 is the superior Mario Kart game, because you can turn the blue shells off, and then you don't have to worry about it. You can have like...
You're in every other aspect except...
Ooh, that was good. That was a good peach. That 26.805 is pretty nutty for me.
It was a fire time.
Yeah, on that map in particular, the water cycles can kind of get in the way. So, and if you get behind on it, then you're like playing catch up the whole time. You're driving in the water. The cataquacks have their way with you. You know. Do you want to explain the traffic on this one?
Yeah, so there are cars. There's a couple of levels with traffic like this. Essentially, we're trying to not get hit by any of the cars. Not always possible. It sort of sucks. But usually CJ's lines, he's gonna aim to, you know, be mini turboing around the cars and not get hit. They're all on the cycle, but you know, your cycles can vary if you get bodied by, let's say, 2 bananas.
Yeah, no one wants to get bodied by 2 bananas for sure.
There's actually a really cool skip on this map. It's basically task only. I think some people have done it in time trials, but like not, not RTA viable sort of thing. But on the big bridge, you can actually drive up it and over the course until the part that we actually just passed, and skips about half a lap, which is pretty neat.
That right there was an example of the red shell dodges that you can do.
It's pretty nice.
Basically, the red shell just gets confused. It's the same principle as the blue shell dodge, except the red shells are only tracking you in the direction they think that you're gonna go.
Yeah, a bit easier to dodge, but still impressive nonetheless.
All right, that was interesting.
Sneaky in chat. My memory serves, that is a double dash runner.
Sneeby is also a rack runner.
Or does my memory not serve?
Your memory might not serve, but
Crap. Who am I thinking of?
we interviewed the lad for the Speed Dog video.
Well, shoot. Speaking of speed dogs,
Mario Kart guy. Yoshi Circuit.
yeah, if we ever get any blue shells, this is the track to dodge them on, just because of the track is shaped like Yoshi.
Real talk, I hate this damn map.
That's fair. It sort of sucks.
It's really punishing, and because the track is shaped like Yoshi, it if you get hit by lightning here, you basically get skidded off in whatever the direction is, in a straight line, which is fine on most every other course except this one, which is shaped like Yoshi, because then you go off of all of Yoshi's weird contours, and you're not gonna have a good time.
There's also a dev intended shortcut in this map, but it is slower than not using the dev intended shortcut. So.
It's very slow, and to tell you how slow it is, I didn't know that there was a shortcut in here until Quo told me about it literally during the last marathon that I did this in, which was launch party. When I said, "Hey, what is that down there?" and he's like, "Oh, it's a shortcut."
What? Yeah, it's like an underground tunnel and spits out a little later, but yeah, actually slower. Good game.
Great game. Thank you, Nintendo.
Curvy boy.
He has a big nose that kind of contributes to the curvy problem.
Probably my favorite horse in video games.
That's true. You ride him, he lays eggs, just like a horse.
Exactly.
I dodged that banana somehow.
But at what cost?
I know, I drove in the grass.
Better than picking banana. Never mind.
We're getting a lot of Bowser shells today.
Keep getting these Bowser shells.
Not
I mean,
the
they're
bananas.
sort of good for like if a red shell comes, you can throw it behind you and it sort of helps, but not ideal.
All right. Unfortunate. That was a gold. That was an actual gold.
To be fair though, you haven't gotten hit by a lot of stuff, so like
You hate to see it.
At this point, like I'm expecting more stuff. I'm sort of out here like, man, when's the lightning coming?
You're rooting
This isn't
against
the Mario
me.
Kart experience that I signed up for. So one other thing about the barrel train is, so carts have stats, and one thing with the barrel train is that it has very low traction. Coupled with ice physics, you basically slide the entire way. So if CJ is going to mini turbo to the side, he's still going to be moving in the direction he's going for quite a bit. It's sort of that was also a good dodge.
Thank you.
It's sort of a very weird feeling when you're trying to control yourself on ice. So, top runners, they could mini turbo the entire way, but if someone on my or CJ's level tries, we're crashing in the walls.
Yeah. And then going into the wall loses a lot of speed, so.
Yeah, and I mentioned before, so you always want to keep your top speed by mini turboing, or at least close to top speed. And yeah, running into walls, not the ideal scenario.
Every Mario Kart game, I guess we haven't really mentioned the mini turbo specifically. Every Mario Kart game has a different mechanism by which the... Oh, I almost did it there.
Ooh, that was actually good.
Yeah, I did it too, like a second too early. Has a different mechanism by which you can mini turbo. In the original game, people would wear out their sticks because you got to slam it back and forth, right? In this one, you have to return the... That one give me a chance to do it, and then a red shell. So where was I? Oh yeah, so in the original game you had to like slam it and, you know, whatever, wore out the stick. In this one, you have to return the mouse to the middle position. I guess I can show it really quick. So it's like the left, and then back to the middle, and then that, and then back to the middle. You don't have to go all the way to the other side. It only checks to see if the stick got returned to the middle, which is nice because it lets you spam them in like quick succession. Oh, I didn't split there. We'll do Bowser's Castle now. I'm just keeping track for my own purposes. Because they're in any order, sometimes you can be like, oh, I'm at 30 minutes. Is this PB pace? And then you're like, I have the 4 longest tracks in the game left.
One other thing with mini turbo is when you let go of it, depending on where you're holding the control stick, the cart goes either straighter or in a tighter curve. So some of the lines, like specifically you want to use mini turbos in a way that will obviously benefit you. So there's a lot of there's more advanced tech behind what you just see, which is a lot of mini turbo spamming. Some games behind that.
Okay, second place. Ooh, that's another way you can dodge them. The stairs in this game are incredibly broken. Am I gonna make it? Yep.
Nice.
I got hit by a green shell.
Nice.
Oh boy, who doggies.
There's actually 2 shortcuts in this map. One requires you to have a blue shell, or to be like ridiculously lucky with a blue shell. And right after you cross the finish line, you can sort of just jump off to the left side, and that skips like half the lap. It's really cool, but really random, and it's rough if you're going for it, basically. And then the other one, it's from sort of after the big spiral. You can sort of just jump off, and I'm not entirely sure of the specifics, but depending on how far you go, you can actually trigger the checkpoint right behind the finish line and skip half the lap that way. Yeah, which is really cool.
If you want to see some good videos that explain these tricks a little more, Goomba on YouTube, Goomba NL, is pretty good. He has like all the tutorials and explanation videos that I've watched on the tricks. They are really interesting, if not maybe a little too difficult for me or Quo, but that blue shell's gonna hit me.
Blue shell skip.
You can. This is true. He told me about it. So, really unlucky with just getting hit with a lot of peripherals and items and whatever. It is the nature of the category, which is why it's frustrating to run. But it's a pretty decent game for marathons, just because you do get to showcase every level, and you know, the best that you can hope for is honestly that you just drive well, and then knowing that everything else is outside your control. Like, it's really not that unusual if me and Quo were doing attempts like we used to reset, you know, 2 or 3 dozen times on just Luigi Circuit. Also, because we don't use live split and we have our own, the community has their own splitter, it's really cool, but frustratingly, if you ever make a mistake in your splits, the splits just don't work anymore. Yeah, we're gonna undo that one and just skip that. Because I got a 14-second gold and I know it isn't, so.
Yeah.
Like that. If you skip 2 splits in a row, you basically have no splits.
Yeah, 301 is not a 14-second gold, I'm sorry.
You don't have to rub it in, you know?
How do they not use live split? The course order for this game is not set, it's random. So you can't have like course 2, because course 2 could be, you know, Baby Park, which is 1 minute 20 seconds long, or it could be Bowser's Castle, which is 3 minutes long. So live split doesn't work for that purpose, unless you had Luigi's Circuit, Track 15, and Rainbow Road. I guess you could do.
I'll let Wolfer know that you disapprove, Rod.
There's another skit in this course, actually, in this part that we just passed after the piranha plant pipes. You can actually sort of boost off the side and hit the fence, and that boosts more up, and it hits the death plane of the part that we just jumped through with the ring of fire. This is about 2 seconds, so I think difficulty versus time save is not quite worth going for now anyways, but it's pretty neat. Other than that, this track is also very bumpy and not friendly to our little barrel train.
No. Like, the big thing is, you're like, oh, well, you're seeing me and I'm doing drifting the way that you might think that you would drift around a Mario Kart track, right? The tech in this game is so fluid at the highest level. And what it really looks like is it looks like they're driving in a straight line. It doesn't look like they're turning, you know? It's a lot more fluid, and they can just chain like 100 of them together and not miss a beat. In like Mario Kart 8, for example, you can't do that because the mini turbos are like timed so that you specifically don't spam them. I think Mario Kart DS is also another one where you can spam mini turbos, and like it's about how many mini turbos you can do at once.
Can keep your top speed from the start of the lap, from the start of the race to the end. Yeah, it's a silly game.
Like for this one, you don't want to spam mini turbos. You want to chain them so that, because using a mini turbo or going off a ramp, doing a mini turbo too fast eats the rest of your speed. So you kind of want to maintain that 70. You don't want to be going up and down with it, sort of thing. This is Wario's Coliseum. One of two stages in the game that do not feature 3 laps. It's this one, and the other one we'll get to in a little bit.
Eventually. Yeah, it's only 2 laps for this one. It is one of the longer courses. I think it's more or less on par with Rainbow Road. I'm not sure which one's longer, but they're like within like comparable sort of distance.
Yeah.
Or length, I guess. But this one only has 2 laps. Rainbow Road has 3. And it has a lot of spirals, so we're trying to not fly off the edge, especially in the turn that we just did that we flew off the edge. It's a rough time, you see. Even Yoshi's having a hard time. Recently, like within the past year, I think, there's actually been a bit of science done with the chain chomp. And there's actually some skips you can do with the chain chomp just by either boosting up or flying off somewhere. And there was one in this map, although I think it's TAS only, last I heard anyways. But it's possible, and it's still pretty cool. We won't see any this round. Obviously, we don't have any of the babies here, so we don't have the chain chomp.
Yeah.
Big bananas instead.
I would have gone for it, Quo.
You would have, I know.
For the people.
For the people.
The people spoke. They wanted big banana gameplay, of which we are up to 8. I think.
You've been keeping track? I haven't been keeping track this time.
I think I've been keeping count. I think I have 8. Now, Bowser Shells, I haven't been keeping track.
Yeah, no, there seems to be a lot more Bowser Shells out here.
In these streets. The first time we didn't have, the last time I did this, we had Diddy Kong. Yes. No, it was the one from Yoshi, I think. Yoshi and Bowser.
Okay. Yoshi Bowser, yeah.
So you really don't want a mini turbo on that turn if you can help it. It's kind of annoying.
That turn is generally rough.
Did help us avoid a blue shell, but going off stage is essentially the same amount of time lost.
And blue shell dodge.
Yeah. This is a good Mario. This is a good kart racing game that's frustrating. The game that I'm playing tomorrow at NASA, around this time tomorrow. That was almost it, too. Is Nick Kart Racers 2. You can check your schedule. That'll be tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. for me. It's basically 24 hours from now. 23 hours from now. You can check out that game. That's a bad kart racer. But I have the world record in that game. So,
But it would be good if they had voice acting.
it would be on par with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe if it had voice acting. Okay, this one has a cool time save if you do some intentional tanking. I'm not gonna do it because if you mess it up, you essentially waste time. I already got bodied, so maybe I'll get accidentally tanking. I can do one. I didn't even do the one. I just took a little shortcut.
Yeah, usually, especially like me, CJ people, I would pick Toadette or Toad for this, just in case I could get a golden mushroom. Because you can just cut across a lot of the sandy terrain and keep. I mean, since you have either a star or a mushroom, you don't lose speed because of the sand. So it's a pretty neat thing. But as CJ said, you know, it is random, so we don't want to be out here going for it and then just ending up with like a blue shell and a lightning. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, like if I did it perfectly, I think I could have gotten like a 36. And I got a 40, so. All right. We're having a comedy of errors on the second lap of Dried Eye Desert. Driving on sand is awful. Surely.
Yeah, the physics, or yeah, I guess the traction on sand is just slightly different than pavement, but not so much as ice. But it still doesn't make sense either way. It's sort of rough out here, but you know, there's only one sand course.
All right, you ready?
What?
Get him! Get him! Yeah!
How did they not dodge that?
Dodge is not a verb in their cabinet.
It's a horse and a turtle, you can't expect much. Yeah, they remade this track in Mario Kart 8 and somehow made it worse.
That is a fact.
Alright, so far so good. We have 4 tracks left, if my math is correct. 5 tracks left, alright.
Yes. Baby Park, Mario Circuit, Mushroom Cup, Mushroom City, Dino Jungle, and Rainbow Road.
Good times.
2 of the most frustrating tracks are still left, plus Rainbow Road. So,
Wait, which one's Dino and...
Baby Park.
Really? Yeah, I guess. We'll get there.
Well, it's like Bodied the musical.
Yeah. Alright, so this is a pretty basic track. There's still a few neat things. So these Goombas, for example, if they ever get hit by a shell or by lightning, they'll drop a mushroom on the track, which is pretty nice. Other things to note, the piranha plants are actually only active in Grand Prix. If you do time trials on this track, they don't move, they don't bite you. So that's pretty neat. So you have a mushroom here, and you can actually, yeah, there you go, cut across the grass. That is the best spot for a mushroom.
Oh, I did it!
Also, ooh, that was a very nice dodge.
Thank you. So yeah, so just like we said earlier, it locks onto you, and then if you change your direction, what it'll do is it'll continue in that direction. I get hit by a piranha plant anyway, and then botted by the horse. But yeah, you're surely calling out for Nick.
Is that like Evan?
And that was a sort of a fake dodge. Thank you. All right, that was unfortunate. There's a lot going on behind me that I don't like. Let's just finish this track out, please.
Well, on the bright side, it is behind you. In more than one way.
Yeah. There we go.
Second place. This is what I like to see.
Silver medal.
I enjoy the spaghetti.
Knees weak, palms are spaghetti. There's spaghetti on the spaghetti already. Mom's spaghetti, he's spaghetti. On the spaghetti, but he looks calm and spaghetti to drop spaghetti, but he keeps on spaghetti.
You're a 50 Cent fan too?
Baby Park, do 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 do.
You lasted so long. So Baby Park, this is surprisingly a technical track just because of all the mini turboing. Which, although it is a basic oval, it is. I mean, you know, you actually do need to be on point. So you see, CJ's going to be snaking a lot with his mini turbos, and it's pretty neat. Unfortunately, it's 7 laps, which, you know, for how that was rough. For how short it is, you could expect it. But during these 7 laps, the items just start piling up. And it gets really bad after a while, especially if you get like a thunder or two and everyone drops their items sort of thing. I don't think we mentioned it, but if anyone hits the big bananas, they explode into 3 smaller bananas, because that's how bananas work.
That's why it's so rough to have Diddy Kong.
Yeah, this map is one of the better experiences. Not experiences, examples. One of the worst experiences, rather. And yeah, you know, overall a good time for anyone whose name isn't CJ. That was also a really good red shell dodge.
Thank you. We rebounded.
Yeah, it's not going too badly for what it could be. So honestly, can't be angry about it.
No blue shells, no lightnings. We take those. Right, there's 3 tracks left. We have Mushroom City, Dino Jungle, and Rainbow Road. So we're about 10 minutes away from being over. Those 3 tracks will take another 10 minutes. Mushroom City is up next. This one also has traffic, and it is on a cycle. However, we said earlier, you can get off cycle, and then you don't know what cycle you're on, and then it's not going your way, and you're having a bad day, and it's not great. You sing a sad song just to turn it around. Listen, I'll sing that dude right now. The people don't want to hear it.
I won't tell you what the people do or don't want to hear.
That's good, because I'm the people's champion. You're listening to Quo and CJ on KBBL, channel 94.9.
Should I be insulted or appreciated that it's KBBL? I don't know what that is.
I just came up with a fake radio station name.
Understandable. So this track has, I don't know if they call it a shortcut or what, but there's like a path in the middle that you can take, which is slower in all respects. It's also really skinny, so you're like ping-ponging against the walls all the time. It sort of sucks. But there's also another shortcut with the chain chomps. This one's a bit more realistic RTA that people have started doing it in runs. Obviously, no babies here. We're not going to see it, but it is possible. At the underpass, you sort of aim yourself on a wall and just hit the chain chomp, and the chain chomp hits the wall and boosts you up, and you hit the death plane. And CJ is just out here getting bodied by everything he can see. You know, lap 3 things, everything's on the ground.
By the way, I remember why it's KBBL. Everything west of the Mississippi, every radio station antenna west of the Mississippi starts with a K. And or is it the other way around? I think the East Coast has K and the West Coast has W, or the other way around. The East Coast has W and the West Coast has K. Basically, like east-west of the Mississippi, designations for antennas start with a K or a W. A savvy chat member could look it up and let me know. All right, Dino Jungle. Dino Tootsie Cankles.
All right, they say that this is CJ's favorite course and the one he's the most practiced at.
So, everything about this stage comes down to the bridge. The bridge is awful. Everyone knows I hate the bridge. And that's why I don't do anything on the bridge. Okay? The bridge is awful, and everyone hates the bridge. It's bumpy and rickety and not fun. And even though there's cool dinosaurs that apparently everybody likes, I hate them, and I wish that they weren't here, and I want them to go away. Chonky Dino Kangles. Yeah, in 35 million years. There are these geysers here, which are really a non-factor, and I didn't get hit by that. Interesting. So if you're not in first place when it's thrown, and it gets to a certain threshold, it will lock on to whoever was in first place at that time. So if they drop back to third, it still hits them. So that is another way that you can potentially dodge. All right. I'm going to go underneath. Cool. I'm going to do it for the people.
What? Underneath what?
Underneath the bridge. If it works, it saves a second. Okay.
Not that underneath.
Not underneath that bridge. She loves the big galoots.
So after the bridge, there's a cave that we've seen, and there's a path to the right, which you need a mushroom to cross. It's actually possible to do it without a mushroom. Very difficult, but possible. Mostly time trial things. No one would do it in an actual run. Well, I mean, I'm sure people have tried, but...
Right.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, doing that saves 1 second.
Then we lost it with the thunder.
Say hello to Anthony Kittles. Kitus. Anthony. Hello.
You say, I don't know pop culture.
Who is that?
Singer from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, I don't like that dude. They only have one song.
You've said that last time, and I've proven you're wrong.
That's that guy. That's how he sings.
That is the guy. That's the very one. We can ban CJ 2 Worlds, yeah.
Can we ban CJ? What is this?
Out from the marathon. What?
All right, fine. 2 Worlds, you're taking my hosting shift.
Speaking of hosting, I have a $25 donation from Mop DJ.
Oh, Ma.
Whoa and CJ, great combination.
Thank you, Ma. Appreciate it. Saving the children.
So much for your donation. I really do appreciate it.
Love the family support.
You love to see it.
So last course, Rainbow Road is always the last course in the All Cup Tour. For good reason. It's the staple of the series. This one sort of sucks. It's bumpy. It doesn't have walls on the side like the N64 version that came before it. And I mean, it's still Mario Kart Double Dash. So you're still getting bullied by items left, right, and center. So, it's a good time. Especially the spiral before the big cannon boosting is just, there's all the zippers on them that just make you go fast, and it's rough out here. It is a track that you very much need to keep practiced.
Yeah. We're looking at getting a 41:13 as our final time. If we keep on this pace, it might be a little lower than that. But yeah, time is going to be coming up in 2 minutes when we cross the final lap for the final time. Giving people all the shoutouts. This is awful, but what's funny is that you can actually drive off the edge and get back on if you do it on this because of how curved and awful it is. One of the things I learned the hard way, I had a friend who was, oh, get in there! Yes! Let's go with that! Yo, environmental dodge? Papa Molly, I'm sweating.
You're really cutting it close to the teeth here.
I'm getting my 41:13. I did 3 practice runs before launch party. I got 41:13s. I'm not exaggerating that number every time. In my run, I got a 41:13. In last night's practice of this game, I got a 41:13. So I think we can do that or better. All right, that could have been really bad.
You know, consistency is good.
Not
I think there's a saying there.
not when you're 3 minutes off PB, it ain't. But you know, I want to just take this time while we're on the last lap. Thank everybody for supporting this great event. Love the NASA guys and you know, everyone involved. You know, there's a lot of great events going on NASA this month and every month, so you should check them out. Support Save the Children. Children are the future. You know, it's kind of weird saying that when you're the now, but they're tomorrow. That was really lucky. Thank God I clarified about the now. Y'all were out for blood. One last Bowser shell for bad luck. And time. That's a 40-25, actually.
That's not too bad.
And thank you to everybody that donated for the incentive. That was really appreciated. If you like torturing me, you can torture me tomorrow. There's going to be an incentive tomorrow to pick the character for my other kart racing game, Nick Kart Racers 2. Thank you to Quo for being a good friend and an even better commentator. That's impossible. He can't be a better friend to me than he already has been.
Pretty bad commentator.
If you like the Quo CJ rapport, the chemistry, the science, the machinations of our collective minds here on KBBL 94.9, The Blend, we have a station name, we will be back together for tomorrow evening as well as Sunday morning.
Sunday morning?
Yeah, you're doing a new snap.
Oh, that's at like 10:30 in the morning. That's right. Okay, yes, I knew that was Sunday morning.
Yes, it is. I'm happy to remind you, as well as everybody out there, you can catch more of me and Quo. And I've been bloviating, and I can see that you all want to get on with your lives and your days and your mornings and your marbles. So thank you again, everybody. Thank you for NASA for having me, and I will be happy to be back tomorrow. I'm also hosting tomorrow, so come hang out. I'll be around.
All right, everybody. Welcome back. We're going to be doing some marbles. Exclamation mark play if you'd like to get in. That's exclamation mark play if you want to join marbles. The marble screen's a little messed up right now. We're just getting it fixed. So you have extra time to join if you would like to join. All right, we're gonna get started. Whoa, taking the lead right now. Oh, taking the lead with spicy buns. Oh man, this keeps changing. Miss Kandria in the lead right now. Oh, but Dark Aries going in. Rigged power. Garbage Baby coming in hot though. Oh, but Garbage Baby taking the lead. Everyone's coming down the tubes. Garbage Baby still in the lead. Oh, or is he? Aries coming in. Getting stopped. Garbage Baby going down. Rarika coming in. Oh, but Garbage Baby takes it. RPG Mel in third, Rarika in second, Skitstreams in fourth. So close. Everyone else coming in, finishing up now. Well done, everyone. All right, everybody. Coming up next is Chrono Trigger with Janice.